students, we have already started chapter number 9, that is environmental management. In first video we have studied climate and weather. In second video we have studied solid waste management. Now in this third video we have to study disaster management. In Marathi we say आपत्कालीन व्यवस्थापन. Various natural disasters like lightning, floods, fires and man-made disasters like accident, bomb explosion, chemical accidents in industries, stampedes in huge gathering, riots occurs time to time. They cause a large-scale damage to life and property. Disaster management is action implemented through a proper planning, organized activity and coordination. It includes the following points, that is prevention of loss and danger, improving tolerance, providing relief from disaster, minimizing the intensity and extent of harm, preparation to face the disaster, immediate action to the disaster situation, assessment of damage, rehabilitation and rebuilding. These are the different actions that takes place in disaster management. Main objective of first aid is to prevention of death, preventing deterioration of health and starting the process of rehabilitation. Rehabilitation means पुनर्वसन. Hence, it is important to know about the emergency measures or first aid practice in the followed. Basic principles of first aid, life and resuscitation, ABC. Airway, if the victim has difficulty in breathing, the head should be held in a backward sloping position or the chin should be raised so that respiratory passage remains open. Breathing, if breathing has stopped, the victim should be given artificial ventilation by mouth to mouth. Third one, circulation. If the victim is unconscious, then after giving mouth to mouth respiration twice, the heart should be pressed down hard by pressing the chest with both the palms. These two actions should be repeated alternatively about 15 times. This is called cardiopulmonary resuscitation. It helps to bring the circulation back to the normal. It is known as CPR. Bleeding. If the victim is injured and bleeding through the wound, then the wound should be covered with the help of antiseptic pad and pressure should be applied for 5 minutes. If the victim is fractured and impact on vertebrate, if any bone is fractured, then that part should be immobilized with the help of wood or any other material. If there is an impact on the back or vertebral column, then the victim should be kept immobilized on a firm stretcher. Burns, if the victim has caused wound due to the burning, then the injured part should be covered under the flowing water and cold flowing water for last 10 minutes. These are different, like sprains म्हणजे चमक, twisting म्हणजे मुरगळणे and contusion म्हणजे मुकामार. The RICE remedy should be applied. So what is RICE? R stand for rest. Allow the victim to first in a relaxed position. Ice, apply an ice pack to the injured part. Compression. After the ice pack treatment, the injured part should be massaged gently. Elevate. The injured part should be kept in raised or elevated position. Now the next part, how to transport victim or patient. There are different methods that are given on page number 106. Please observe all these all these methods very carefully. The first one, that is cradle method, used for children and underweight victims. The second one, that is human crush method. If one of the leg is injured, the victim should be supported with the minimum load. Carrying on 4-hand chair, this is useful when support is needed for the part below the waist. Method used for the first fire brigade. Then carrying piggyback back, useful for carrying the patients who are unconscious. Pulling or lifting method, this is used for carrying an unconscious patient through a short distance. Carrying on 2-hand chair, useful for those patients who cannot use their hands but can hold their body upright. And stretcher, in an emergency, a stretcher is used. Then the next part is other emergency measures. Generally the boats are used when there is a heavy rainfall or flood. Then a fire extinguishers are used, which can very handy and which can be used to extinguish the fire